Hello and welcome to another video. Today we will have something different. I want to start sharing a recent hobby of mine, and that is collecting anime figurines. I've already got a total of 21 so far, so I'm still fairly new to this. But I already built up enough experience to be proud and, regret purchases. And probably to point out what, to me, makes a good figurine for display. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to preferences. So yeah, my plan for this video is to show you anime figurines that I nitpicked from a huge list of figurines that is about to be released this month, and tell you why exactly they're on my list. Since my source of figurine comes from AmiAmi, I will only be focusing on AmiAmi's listings for now. Might expand in the future the more I get into it. But for now, let's get started on this monthly series. Here's 12 new figurines coming out this month of October 2022. Alright, first up we got for number 12, we have a Hatsune Miku figure by Good Smile Company. I've seen way too much Hatsune Miku figures both released and upcoming. There's definitely a Hatsune Miku for whatever your style preference might be. For this one, I really like the pose as it seems simple and balanced. Miku here can grab a fair amount of attention on first glance should this figure be displayed amongst other figurines, especially with other Hatsune Miku figures. With a height of 240mm or 9.4 inches tall, it's bigger than most of the already circulating Hatsune Miku figures out today, which is a plus on my end. Next, we have a figure of Milim Nava by Alter. Now this one I decided to pre-order, so this Milim will be joining my collection this month, and I simply cannot wait. What I like about this figure is that this is for me the best face expression of Milim compared to the other Milim figures already circulating the market. Plus, the way she is utilizing Rimuru as a prop makes the figure pop. From its contrasting colors of red, black, pink, and blue, not to mention I really like the simple pose that still convey a slightest of action. She's riding on some swish thing, I cannot determine what it could be. That's the only downside of the figure, to be honest, but nevertheless I really like this particular Milim figurine. Standing at 230mm or 9 inches tall, only a tiny bit smaller than the Hatsune Miku figure, not too tall and not too small. This height is my preferred figurine height for display. Up next, it's from the ever popular Mushoku Tensei. It's Eris Greyrat by Kadokawa. In some skimpy outfit, but that's not why the figure looks good. It's the inclusion of her distinct hooded cape. Without it, she would look like any other figurine in a bikini. Plus her expression here looks like a gust of wind, most likely made by Rudius, caused her cap to swing back, exposing bikini underwear beneath the hooded cape. The base appears to be a beach setting, which makes her wearing a bikini make sense. Like the others above her, pose is distinct enough that it calls attention, but not flamboyant enough that it takes away attention from other figurines. Should she be put on display with multiple figurines? With a height of 250mm or 9.75 inches, it is a very good centerpiece for any collection, especially for an Eris fan. Up next, we have a girl's Frontline figure, and it's a figurine of the character Vector by Wanderer. Now, the pose and expression is quite basic, but what I like about this the most is that the prop is used complementary. The figure itself doesn't attract immediate attention, especially if you have it on display alongside other figurines, but it's a quality figure by itself already. For me, I think of it like it's a support figure, definitely will look better with other figurines. It stands at 230mm or 9 inches tall. Following after the girl's Frontline figure is another girl's Frontline figure, this time it's a character called AK-12 by Belfine. I like this one simply because it's a figure that tells a short story. Now, I don't play girls Frontline, so I have no idea what this character's default outfit looks like, but to me it seems as though that this character is taking a vacation. This has a nice balance on focus as well. though there's more props on this figure than the previous ones, they don't take attention from the character, but rather relies on it to work as a whole. The figure is the smallest one so far, at 220mm or 8.6 inches tall, still a good size, and the props on it help boost its size by a little. Coming in at number 6, it appears to be an original character design. The figure is called Japanese-style TechGear Shoshuu by Wings Incorporated. The details on this one is just wonderful, from the patterns on each piece of the outfit having very different patterns and texture, to just how the outfit is kinda lewd, but not really. It's the outfit that really sells this one. Like, if you give this character just a schoolgirl outfit, it probably wouldn't have the same impact, especially with that pose and very basic facial expression. The figure is at 255mm or 10 inches tall, and would work best on its own display rather than around other figurines. Next is a really eye-catching one, and it's from a character whose name I probably won't pronounce correctly. Let's give it a shot. It's an Aliceliese Nebulis, the 9th figure by Furyu. Furyu coming in hot this month with its releases, god damn. I've not seen the anime where this character is from, but this figure is quite loud but divine. I mean, stuff is flying everywhere. The dress and her hair, as well as the ribbons around her, creates this big radius of attention, where any other figure around her will seem like they faded into the background. I also like how her pose is just standing tall. It's very static, whereas the figure looks like there's a ton of movement, thanks to her outfit that is, and her hair depicted as being blown by the wind. This figure stands at around 235mm or 9.2 inches tall, so I recommend this figure to be displayed with some spacing between other figures, because you know, she's gonna take all the attention out from everything around her. Alright, we got number 8, and it's a third girls frontline figure on the list. This one is called OTS-14 by Apex. This figurine is really fancy. Her stand is the chair she's sitting on, and believe it or not, but for me, she is difficult to find the perfect spot to display. Like, she's too high class looking to be mixed in with all the fantasy themed stuff we currently have. There are similar figures with a similar theme, such as the recent Genshin Impact figure of Ningguang. Notice how fancy and regal it is. So yeah, for me, this figure would work best if displayed alongside other figures under the similar nature. I'm talking formal dress characters with reserved poses, you know, and stuff like butlers, probably maids. Yeah, this figure is relatively short at around 190mm or 7.4 inches tall. This is mainly due to her sitting down. You know, otherwise, it's a really good looking figurine with that red dress really calling out attention. At number 9, we surprisingly have a Ram figure by Eastream. Now, this one is a really loud one, as there's so many props on this one figure. The reason it's on my list is because, despite it having this much stuff around the character, it doesn't seem like clutter at all. Your attention is still mainly on the character first and foremost, plus the props around her seems open and not enclosed, which I really like. It basically just says, it's Ram roller skating at some sort of urban area. Probably a ruined city, but you know, I don't know. Up next we have Ifrit from Arknights coming in at number 10 by Good Smile Arts Shanghai. I swear the number of quality figures made from these mobile games are insane. This figure is simply amazing. I really love the different textures around the entire figure. At the same time, the similar textures can be found on the clothes, the wrap of the thing on her back, what is that? I don't know. As well as the textures on her horns, which looks artificial but somehow really fits. Probably can make do without the fire effects prop, maybe. But nevertheless, the face expression and the pose really brings out the attention on the outfit she's wearing, which is straight up fire. This is a tall figure coming in at 300mm or 11 inches tall. Coming in hot with figurine number 11, it's Aisha from Shironeko Project by eStream. Wow. Oh, sorry, I got speeches there. This figure chimes in at 309mm or 12 inches tall, holy crap. Last but not the least, we have at number 12, holy crap, it's Rem. It's a Rem figure by eStream. eStream and Furyu are on fire this month. Now, unlike Ram figure shown before, this one has less movement, but better in my opinion, since everything is centered. The props around her is made out to be the frame of the figure, so it's like she's in some sort of photo. None of the props is touching Rem. They all look like they're just surrounding her, giving Rem the center of attention, and I really find that amazing. Not to mention Rem's expression and pose are really eye-catching. This figure stands at around 251mm or 9 inches tall, and for me, the best looking figure on the list. And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Links are down at the description if you want to check them out yourself. Have a great time, everybody. See ya.